YouTube. We are here today at Keighley in West Yorkshire. So why are we here in Keighley today, John?
We're here to take part in the day of the 5000 metre PBs. Now, the Yorkshire Club Soul Test Riders has had a good idea going off the night of the 10,000 PBs, which many of you know about, which takes place down in London, to have a day of 5000 PBs. So there are 5 races going to take place across the course of the afternoon, getting gradually quicker, all over the 5000 metre distance. And as you might be able to hear behind us, they're going to have various bits of popular beat music playing as we run around the track.
Oh, how exciting!
I hope there's some Dylan on there. What do you think?
So yes, so it's going to be an exciting afternoon of racing, and we've come early because we want to see the earlier races as well as obviously take part in our own race.
So what race are you taking part in?
I'm in the 3rd heat and I believe you're in the 4th heat.
That's right. Your range for the heat is 20 to 22 minutes.
That's correct.
And in my heat it's 18 to 20 minutes. And I think in many of the heats they provided pacers for various times.
Yeah. So we hope that you're going to enjoy this video, and if you are already enjoying it, then give us a like. What attracted me to this race was being able to run 5,000 metres as a woman on the track, which are far and few between in the north. Also, I wanted to run a female 60 club record and a UKA ranking time. And red pins to go with the red nails.
So when we settled for the afternoon to watch the various races, now sadly it subsequently turned out that the race organisers hadn't applied for a track licence and just wanted to ensure a smooth race experience for the first event. Well, that certainly did happen. It was a lovely afternoon out, but given the fact that Dawn was wanting to run an officially ranked time for club and UKA purposes, it was retrospectively quite disappointing to find out that it would not count for those purposes.
So watching race 1 and 2 gave me a chance to do an extended warm-up with drills and strides. It's raining! So lining up for the start, we had the heaviest downpour of the day. It really was a tremendous rainstorm. So within metres, the race split into 2 packs. You will see leading off the sub 20 minute pacer with a group behind him, and then I settled in firstly behind the 22 minute pacer, but within a few metres I overtook that little group. So I fell in between the 2 packs and I was running with another woman for the first half of the race. So the first kilometre went by in 4:14 and I was feeling comfortable and in control. As the 5,000 metres is 12.5 laps of the track, it's really important to pace yourself really well. I was aware there was no sub 21 pacer, so I had to really hold myself back and not go with that sub 20 pacer. So I let that group go from me and just settled into my own pace.
So if you can see this on camera, it's like a Turkish bath, this bit of the track where the sun's heating up the big rain we had just before the race started.
As I was running down the track, I could see the steam rising, and at first I thought this was some special effects. But seriously, it really was quite humid, especially after the heavy rain and then the sun coming out. So by kilometre 2, I had nobody to race and nobody to chase. So kilometre 2 was 4:21. And kilometre 3 came round in 4:25. I knew my time was slowing, and this was because I was running on my own, and as I said, I had nobody I was really chasing and nobody that I knew was chasing me. So I tried to pick it up and I managed the 4th kilometre in 4:21.
1 down, 2 to go.
One of the difficulties running on the track without a lap counter is actually keeping a count of the laps that you've done. So it was good to hear John say 2 to go, and then I really tried to pick it up again, and I did manage the final kilometre in 4:14, which was as fast as my first kilometre. So my official time of 21:36 would have given me a club record, and it would have put me top of the female 60 5,000 metre UK rankings for this year so far.
But sadly this was not to be due to lack of the track race licence we mentioned earlier. So So on to my race, which was race 4, and immediately followed Dawn. So here we are lining up at the start, around 20 runners in the race, and as we said, the range of times here was meant to be 18 minutes to 20 minutes. So my target was to run just under 20 minutes like I have at a couple of parkings recently, but as you can see, before even 100 metres have passed, I'm clearly at the back. There is a 20-minute pacer just ahead with little groups. I'm hoping they don't get too far ahead. So I speeded it up so you don't get endless repetitions of the track. But as you can see, even after 200 yards, I'm falling further and further behind, and I'm pretty much on my own. Lap 1 I completed at what would come out at 20:09 5k pace, so a little bit of drift of 20-minute pace, as you can see by the little 20-minute group in front of me. So just approaching the 1 kilometre point now, and although the official clock says 4:02 because I started just behind the chip mat, the official split came out at 4 minutes. What you do get when you get even splits timing a race, you do get your kilometre splits. They organise races in Leeds and York as well, which we've done before, so very good timing. So here we've got the race opening up in front of me, plenty of runners going just under 18 to the 18s and 19s. And here I am still really just solo time trialing and hoping at some point maybe 1 or 2 of that 20-minute group will split off and I'll get a chance to maybe chase somebody down and have a little race myself. So we're still out of reach of that sub-20 group, but still trying hard through 2 kilometres in officially 20-minute pace, going by the official splits provided by the race timers, but still, as I say, well adrift of the pack and just having to really dig in hard and concentrate. My legs didn't feel totally fresh, bit raced out. That marathon a couple of weeks ago where it took me nearly 4.5 hours and I collapsed at the end. 3 track races for Barnsley AC last week, so really feeling the effects of that, but still enjoying chasing round. I think it's important when you enter a race to give the best effort that you can on the day, to respect the distance, to respect the opposition, to respect the whole event, and as I say, put down a time that you can be proud of afterwards, if not in terms of the actual result, at least in terms of the effort you put in. And on that note, I actually ended up averaging 176 heart rate, which is the highest I've averaged for any park run, 5k or 5000 metre track race for quite a long time. You can see here by 3k I'm falling outside 20-minute pace, which I'm aware of. Still trying my best. As you can see, I've got runners lapping me now. I try and hang on to them for a little bit of motivation to pick up a bit of speed, but we're still struggling around this track, as you can see. Not a lot in front of me, but still trying hopefully to claw people in along the way. Here comes my friend Richard from Stocksbridge Running Club, overtaking me with a Mohican there, with a Saltaire Strider on his back. A few more runners coming past, so I've really just got to dig in now and salvage some pride.
Well, I have to say this is an absolutely superb event put on by Saltaire Striders, and I really hope to see that it grows next year as well. I'll certainly be back, and John.
Yeah, as Dawn says, really has the potential to be a great event this, and we hope we can sort out the race licensing for next year. So here we are, and actually the chap on the left there in the Bingley Harriers vest, the blue vest, is slowing off the 20-minute group, so I think in this particular heat I've got a chance of not finishing last. We're just going through, I think, with 3 laps to go, maybe 2 laps, and you can see me just edging past him here. Well done to him for keeping going as well, and I can go through 4k in 16:17. Clearly not going to make sub 20 on this occasion, but just rally for the final couple of laps and try and bring myself home as quickly as I can. You can see some of the runners finishing
Well done, everybody.
so ahead of me. Well done to them and all who took part today. Spin round, and here I am with 1 lap to go to spin round quickly for that final lap, and I crossed the finish line in an official time of 20:19, which isn't what I wanted, but it's still the fastest 5000 metre time I've run for several years, so I've got to be pleased with that.
So, Saltaire Striders have put on a fantastic event here, and we really hope that this grows, because it's just been such an enjoyable afternoon, and I know they're looking to grow for next year. Ooh, John's coughing.
Yeah, and it really works well if you choose to be in the right race. So after my race, we stayed on to watch the fastest race, race 5, which was won in a time of 16:28. So we assumed at this point that times would count for official rankings. It's only the Tuesday after we discovered that they wouldn't. So a little bit of a shame that, but we hope that really is rectified for next year. So we hope you've enjoyed joining us on our afternoon out at Keighley Athletics Track and watching the day of the 5,000 metre PBs. If you have, please give this video a like, and if you'd like to see our further racing adventures over the summer and beyond, please subscribe to this channel. So until next time, keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.